Construction project planning. How to budget effectively. Imagine trying to build a house without knowing how much money you have or what it will cost. That's why budgeting is the backbone of any construction project. When you plan a project, it all starts with understanding what needs to be done. Breaking down the entire project into smaller parts makes it easier to estimate costs accurately. This process is called developing a work breakdown structure. It helps assign specific costs to each task, like pouring concrete, installing windows, or laying bricks. Starting the budget early means you can include all expenses, from materials and labor to equipment and permits. This way, you avoid surprises that can delay or increase costs later on. Using data from previous projects is a smart move. If you know how much similar projects cost, you can set more realistic budgets. For example, if a similar office building cost $1 million and took 12 months, you can use that as a starting point. Analyzing past challenges helps you avoid making the same mistakes. It also helps you spot areas where you might save money or need to allocate more funds. Material and quantity takeoffs are essential. Material takeoff lists all the materials needed, like 10,000 bricks or 100 bags of cement. Quantity takeoff includes the amount of labor and equipment needed for each task. Updating these takeoffs as the project progresses ensures your budget stays accurate. If the price of steel rises, or if you need more concrete than planned, you can adjust your budget accordingly. Separating costs into direct and indirect categories makes tracking easier. Direct costs are for physical work, like buying bricks or paying workers. Indirect costs include site insurance, project management, and technology tools. Using standard cost coding systems helps organize expenses. For example, the Construction Specifications Institute's master format helps categorize costs clearly. Getting input from subcontractors, suppliers, and project managers early on is key. They provide current market prices and realistic timelines. Regularly reviewing your budget and comparing actual costs to estimates helps catch issues early. If costs go over budget, you can make adjustments before it becomes a big problem. Including a contingency fund is a must. This is extra money set aside for unexpected expenses like delays or material price hikes. The size of this buffer depends on how complex and risky the project is. Using project management software can help track spending, analyze variances, and communicate with everyone involved. Mastering these budgeting steps is vital for a successful construction career. It helps ensure projects stay profitable, on schedule, and within scope. Learning how to estimate costs, analyze data, and work with your team builds confidence in managing project budgets effectively. When you develop strong budgeting skills, you contribute to better project planning and control, making every project a success.